My name is Lori Vukanich, and I'm one of the therapists that works with children at Livingston County Catholic Charities. Today I'd like to talk to you about what is going on in a child's brain during a temper tantrum. Different parts of our brains complete different tasks. The most basic things, such as your heartbeat or basic emotions like anger or fear, are controlled by areas closer to the center of the brain, right here. More complicated tasks, such as language, problem solving, or self-control, are managed by the cerebral cortex toward the outside half of the brain. In this picture, it's this red part here. Children's brains have not yet fully developed. This means that the cerebral cortex is easily overwhelmed. Basically, if emotions from the center of the brain get too big, the problem-solving part will shut down. It's as if this part disappears completely, but temporarily. Once this happens, the child is physically unable to calm down. He or she is screaming, hitting, kicking, throwing things, you name it. This is the part where no amount of arguments or consequences will calm the child down. You may even hear some very hurtful statements like, "I hate you," or "I wish I was dead." It is important not to take such statements personally in the heat of the moment. So what do you do when your child is having a tantrum? Put in your earplugs, make sure no one is getting physically injured, and wait it out. This is where, if possible, you place the child in his or her room, shut the door, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that this is a normal part of childhood behavior. Eventually, the child will calm down, the cerebral cortex will come back online, and the two of you will be able to talk it out quietly and logically. With practice and a few years of experience, your child will learn to use language and problem solving instead of aggression to manage feelings. On a side note, something similar can happen to adults too. If you've ever been so upset about something that for a moment the only thing you can say is "Urgh," your cerebral cortex has temporarily shut down and you have briefly lost your language. For most adults, this change is very brief and limited to the speech. Within seconds, you can talk about it again and try to problem solve. In general, adults have learned not to lose control completely, and they hopefully won't engage in any physical aggression. Tantrums can feel like a child's deliberate attempt to undermine your skills as a parent, but it's important not to take them personally. This is the child's way of learning to deal with anger, frustration, or anxiety on his or her own. When you show your child that you will not be controlled by a tantrum, then with practice, your child will eventually learn to control his or her feelings as well. For further information about temper tantrums or anything else, contact your local mental health provider.